Yesterday I was talking about next generation JavaScript like the es6 features. So I will be continuing that. So there is something called spread operator, that is this where is it? Like yeah, in this thing we can see we are using these three dots, and then we are um, calling this constant hobbies. So what is a spread operator? It helps to like add a array or an object. Suppose like we have this constant hobbies. Oh, sorry, the, hobbies. Like this is an array. We have this stored our values in this, and this is active hobbies. So suppose we want to add like some more strings to our array. Sorry, some more uh, things to our array. So we will use like this push function. As we know in JavaScript, we use push functions. As you can see, appends new elements to the end of an array and returns the new length of the array. Okay, and to push like these values in an order to this array, active hobbies array, we have to use like these three dots, and then this like the name of the array that we want to push. So this is how this is called spread operator, and this is how we can add values, like add an array to another array, so that we don't have to like push the values like again and again, so that it helps in that. We can also push an object as well. Like suppose this is our object, name max age 30. Okay, this is our object person, name person. So what will this do? Suppose we have to like store our this this object values in another, like in another constant that we are making, and we are calling it a copied person. So to store this value, we just have to like use that sign, like three dots, and then after we have to call our object. So after calling the object, it will like store our value in like this, like name string age number. That is what we used here. So it is the copied person is defined by this value that is similar to this value. So we have successfully copied this like this object to another object. So like this is how we can add an object to another object or another value. So this is how spread operators are used. Now there is one more thing like array and object destructuring. Like suppose we want to like um we want to extract the values from an array or an object. What shall we do? Like yeah, here it is. Hmm. Hmm. You can see like these last four lines. Okay. So this is our array object array. Sorry, this is our hobbies array, and we have to extract it. So like we are using this thing. The sorry, this what is this called? This syntax. So firstly we are using const, and then making an array, and then storing like hobby one, hobby two, and then at last we are like using the spread operator like three dots, and then we are naming something like remaining hobbies to store all the hobbies that are remaining that we have not declared here to like in this thing. So the first this first hobby one will store the first value from hobbies, and second will store the second value respectively. This thing will be done, and after that we are just console logging. We are calling our hobbies this hobbies, and after that we are also console logging our hobby one and hobby two. So this is how we can extract the hobbies and extract an array. So this is array destructuring, and now coming to the object destructuring. This is our object first name, and it stores like username and user age. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. This is our object person, and it stores like this first name and that is username and age. So we are using this syntax to destructure this. So we are and then we are console logging firstly the username, the age, and then person, because it in an object the we have to define the like which value should come first and which value should come second. While in array, the values will be called like in an order, but in object we have to specify. So this is how we can destructure an object. Suppose I will show you. I will run this and show you. Okay. Open integrated terminal. TSC. TSCW. Oh, I just have to like comment this out, and now I guess it is running up and running. Now we will open with live server, inspect console. There is an error. I have to see like okay, add. Oh, still found 14 errors. Oh my God. Okay, for cannot find person. The first of all, we have to like comment this now. Const hobbies. Where is hobbies? Hobbies is there. I have declared it. What cannot be declared block scope variable hobbies. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I will check this later. So you get the idea like how this will work, like the array and object destructuring. Now, coming to the next thing, coming to the next module now. Actually, I was having issues with opening the course. Like it was getting logged out again. I asked you for OTP 3 times, so I just downloaded the course from like torrent, and now I'm studying from that. So it took me some time. So I may have not covered like the full potential of me today, but I will try to cover it tomorrow. So now next module is like classes and interfaces. So like basics I know of classes and interface, but still I'm revising to get to like get the concepts in my mind again so that I can work freshly. So what are classes and objects? What is it like? How they are related? How they help each other? So like classes are the blueprints of object. Wait a second. Mm, hmm. So classes are the blueprints of object, and like they define how object looks like, what properties and methods they have, and like objects are also like the objects are instances of classes. So like classes make creation of multiple similar objects much easier. Okay, so classes helps to make object, help to define object, what is should be the structure of the object. So yeah, basically that's why like objects are called instances of classes. So mm, here I have this is my class department. Okay, now I have declared here like name, which should be a string. This is a property. Department or name should be string. Okay, and then inside it I have declared a constructor. And now what is a constructor? A constructor is a predefined it is a predefined keyword that is usually used in we use it in JavaScript and in TypeScript as well. We can use it in modern like JavaScript we use it. So what is a constructor? Um it is a function a function tied to a class and tied to any object we create based on the class which is executed when the object is being created. Okay, so like basically it is a function inside a class. So which is tied to our object and mm, and it is called when the object is created, like object is called. So suppose let me just firstly comment this thing out and also this thing out. I will talk about that later. Firstly, I'm just talking about these things. Okay, first of all, stop this thing that is going down. Now, as I told you, this is my class department. This is the name I have set here. Should be string. Now here is the constructor that I am calling, and I have defining a parameter n that should be a string, and I am storing using this name. Okay, so to call this n, so I'm storing the value of n in name. Okay, and then here I'm calling here I'm making a new variable that is new constant that is accounting, and then I'm calling it like through the constructor I'm calling it. Here you can see constructor department and string department. So from here, this accounting will be will be stored here, and then um, and then it will stored this thing will run, and our value of accounting will be stored in the name, and then this will be called. Okay, so we will get an output of like name is to string. I will just run it and show you. tsc tscw, sorry. Okay, so you can see we have no errors there. Now open with live server. Now let's see. Inspect 1 2 3 console. Unchecked runtime error. Why my thing is not running? Hmm. Sorry, I forgot to do this. So we will call accounting here. From here it will go to here, and then this accounting will be going to here as a string, and then it will be storing to the name class, and then this thing will be printed. So okay, I think I am opening wrong. Yeah, you can see like a department, like this is our department object, and it contains name and accounting. This is a constructor, so everything is defined here. So object, name, accounting. See, you can see it is there. So this is what like the basics of class and object is. So we have like we can use this class again and again and make objects. Now coming to the next thing. Now I have added some like changes in our code. So this was our constructor function that we pre-declared. So I have added like this describe feature that is already a predefined method. So suppose I have called this describe, and then I have like stored a give a parameter here. Sorry, firstly leave this okay empty, and also we'll remove this. Hmm. Now why is it not giving me any? Okay. So what is happening here? So I have created this method describe, and then I have like console log this department text with this dot name. Now this means that it will be used for like the things within this document, and it is bind to dot name. So it will like print the value that is stored in the name parameter. So this is how we can use class. So that suppose in an object when we use a name parameter, so it will directly store the value. It will directly call the constructor and then store the value in the name, and then name is called here. So after department name will be stored. So doing that in practical like things. So suppose I have created a new like accounting here, and oh sorry, this was previously there accounting, and then new department accounting. Now I am calling accounting here, okay, and then I am calling the describe method, okay. So when I'll call the describe method, I will get the output of department, and then like um nothing, I guess. Oh, so sorry, just ignore that. Now here when I do this, wait, you can see. Firstly, I'm getting this output department according, and secondly, I'm getting this department undefined. Why it is it? Now I will explain that. So, firstly, when I'm calling this, like this thing accounting dot describe, so it is going to my this describe method, okay, and then now it is console logging department, and then this name that is accounting. So accounting is stored in my name thing, and then when I call the describe method, it just console logs the department and the value that is stored in this name, that is accounting right now. That is the things that is going on here when I call describe method. Now suppose I'm making a new a new function, a new object, accounting copy, and then I'm like doing this like describe. I'm calling describe here. No, sorry, I'm making a new a new method describe here, and then I'm calling accounting dot describe from here. That is my this thing, and then from here to that describe this thing. Okay, calling basically I'm calling this in this function, and then I'm doing like accounting dot describe, and then I'm calling this describe. Okay, so this value like it doesn't have a name value in it. Okay, so when we call this this thing is run, and then when we console log this department plus this name, so it doesn't have any name, so we will get like undefined as the name. So this is the thing that we have to be careful when we are using this. So to get away from that, we just use this. So suppose I have stored a name thing here like name dummy, and then here I'm calling my this parameter, and then I'm storing the department type here. Okay, so here I'm this class department class I'm storing here. So it is now when I use this, it will globally run this. So suppose if I'm calling this accounting copy dot describe, from here describe it is getting calling this describe. Okay, from here it is calling this, and from here it is calling this, and now console login department plus this name. So when we get this name, so it will give us this name now, dummy. Okay, so now I'm getting dummy. So this is how we can solve this issue, and we can use the class. Now coming to the next thing. Now I have made some changes to my code. I have added this employees array, which is we should store a string. So I've described it as well. Suppose I just remove this from here first of all, and now I have created a method here, add employee, with employee as a string as a parameter, and then I am here pushing a new employee here. Okay, this is what I am doing here. And now here I have created another method, print employee information. Okay, so this just prints the how many employees we have and what are the names of the employee. This is the printing method. Okay, so this is our we have done this before. Now here I am adding a new employee, that is Max, and I am adding another employee, that is Manu, and ignore this for now. And then here I am calling accounting dot describe, and then okay, remove this as well, and then I'm calling print employee information. So when I call this, it should print like these two things. Okay, the how many employees we have and the name of the employees. Okay, so go for integrated terminal, tsc tscw tscw w. Okay, it is up and running now. Open with live server, inspect console. Yeah, you can see this is the number of employees too, and then the array is also printed. It is Max and Manu at 0 and first position. Okay, length is also stored displayed here. So this is how we can add an array, add values to an array, push values to an array. Suppose we are using this. Like we can also use this to like add something to our second place, sorry, our third place, like 0 1, and like a third place we are calling this and then adding Anna. So now if we go to our website, and you can see that Anna is also pushed and then length is also changed. Okay, so to avoid this, I mean, if in a bigger project, there are many other different coders, which some will be using this and some will be using this. To avoid this confusion, like we should always use this syntax only, because here it is calling add employee method, and this employee method should can have like different functionalities as well, like some validation as well. So everyone should be using this thing only, not this. So to avoid this, we can like add private to this, and then hmm, now we can see it is showing us an error here. Okay, property employees is private and only accessible within class department. So what is this private and public here? So if I am like defining private here, so this thing, this the employees will be private, and we can use this in private in this described class only. Okay, we cannot call it outside the class, like here we are calling it outside the class, so this will not be happening. So to avoid this, we can use this private, and public, it is defaultly public, so this name we can use like here, we can use this name to change the name as well. Okay, so this is how what public and private are, public and private access modifiers. we want only one values, like suppose of this ID we just want to store its value one for once, and then we don't want to redeclare it or restore it in another way. So to make sure of that, we can use read only. So it will just read the value once, and then we will not be able to write this or to change this value. Suppose I just add this id dot d2 here. Here I am changing the value of id. So what error it will give me, cannot assign to id because it is read only property. So that's how we can use like read only properties to the values that we want to like initialize once, so that in a bigger project also our project is in a well structured way, and that if other developers are working, then they should not harm our code.